Hey everybody, it's Todd with All Things Archery and Shooting, and today we're reviewing some carbon arrows I got off eBay. These are probably the cheapest arrows I found so far. There's 6 arrows, are $17 each, and they're considered traditional carbons. They came from an eBay local seller, as you can see. Okay, hello everybody, it's Todd with All Things Archery and Shooting. I've got another video here for you today. This was going to be on some carbon arrows I picked up. I was surfing on eBay not too long ago and come across these arrows. These are supposed to be traditional carbon arrows. And the price was pretty crazy. They were, for 6 of them, they wanted basically $15 for 6. So I'm not sure what we're going to get for that. Rewind. Hey everybody, it's Todd with All Things Archery and Shooting. And today we're reviewing some carbon arrows I got off eBay. These are probably the cheapest arrows I found so far. There's 6 arrows, are $17 each, and they're considered traditional carbons. They came from an eBay local seller, as you can see, the guy's from California. So it's not a Chinese guy, but I'm pretty sure he gets it from China, but these came from California. They were $17 for 6, shipped. No shipping charge, is 17 bucks for 6 of them shipped. So let's take a look, see what kind of quality they got. They're supposed to be spine for a 40 to 50 pound bow, so let's take a look and see what we got. Okay, alright, got them open. Let's see what we get that now. Okay. Not too shabby. All right. Okay, here we go. They package them pretty well. They got points on them. Let's get a scale, see what these points weigh. Okay. Here we go, tear. Let's see what we got for these points now. Here they come with 12 points, 5-inch feathers. Points are 100 grain. Okay. These are carbon shafts. Here we go. Nice white feathers on them. Got a little kind of stencil right there. It's kind of off, running off the arrow there a little bit, but that's okay. Red arrows, twist knocks, carbon. Got a nice cresting on them. They're a sticker cresting. As you can see, there's a sticker that wraps around them. So they're not a dip crest, they're a sticker. But they do have all the bottoms are served in. It's kind of nice. I don't see any glue run off or anything like that, or any space in between the fletchings. They're carbon shafts. Knocks are oriented correctly. Not bad. Okay, according to this, they are 500 spine. So these are good for my 40-pound longbow. Okay, so the 40-pound spine. Let's see what they weigh, how much each one weighs. Actually, they're pretty nice arrows actually for the money. Let's see how much each one weighs here. Let's go ahead and do that. Alright, the weight on each of these, they're pretty stiff, 515 grains. Let's take a couple more, see how they compare. It's 515. What do we got here? 519, not too bad. Let's check another one. This one jumped up. 529, this is a little bit heavier. You don't get a lot of, let's see here. There you go, 519. Check this, a couple more here. 521. 522. Okay, so they're not actually target arrows. I mean, they're within probably 10 grains from each other. So our lowest was what? Okay, so it's probably within 10 grains of each other. They have nice shield cut feathers on them, which are kind of nice. Okay, so a couple of them I'm going to need to re-steam. Like this one here, it's been a little bit crushed, but that's easy to fix. Once I steam that, that'll pop right back out. So I'll steam this one and get it pop back out. But I mean, the serving is off. It doesn't quite lined up. Okay, so it's not coming up or peeling. It's just that they didn't put it on perfectly straight. These are 31 inches long, a little bit longer than I like my arrows. I like to shoot my arrows 30 inches. I have a 29-inch draw, but it won't be that hour to take these out to heat up your tip here. Not this, to heat the tip itself up, that you can pull it out, cut it back with your cutter, one more inch, put it back in. All right, but these should work good with that. Let me give y'all a close-up of everything. This is the fletching. You get a close-up on it. See, it's got a nice little cresting on it. 5-inch shield cut. Come down with the cresting. See what I mean by the cresting? How the cresting doesn't quite line up really good. If you look at it like right here, you see that or not on the camera, but it doesn't. They're a little bit off. The rest of the shaft's pretty nice, nice and clean coming up. Comes with a 100 grain point, which is nice. Okay, they're screw-off points. It does have the standard nocks, so if you want to, these would be good to put like lighted nocks and stuff in. And it is oriented correctly for the cock feather, so that's nice. There is no bump to let you know which way is your cock feather on this. There's really nothing you can feel on that. It's just a straight knock. Alright, and as you can see, the writing on here is kind of off. And I think that writing is supposed to be a little more, I mean, it's kind of like on an angle. It should have been more straight going down. That's what it should have been. At least it looks like in the picture when I bought them. But I'm not going to concern myself about that too much. But you can see this one here has got a little bit of damage on the fletching. I mean, it's easy enough once I steam that it'll pop right back out just from shipping. It's not a big deal. But there's no glue lines or anything or run-off glue anywhere. So let's look at another one. Now here's another one. I got to get this steamed. You can see this one's different because it needs to be steamed. But once I steam these, they'll come out really nice. See here? See how that feather's laying down there? That one's nice and fluffy. That's because it's got crushed during shipping. But that's an easy fix, just to steam it. But again, I don't see any glue problems, any glue issues on it. This has the same problem with a vinyl cresting. It's one of those tape-on deals. You can see it's off, but that's okay. I mean, for what, $17, you really can't complain. And the points, but I mean, you figure you got 12 arrows here for $34. Shipped, carbon, 500 spine. I mean, I really can't complain about that. I really can't. So they're very straight too. They're not bent, so they are good carbon arrows. So let's see. Let's take them out to the range, see how they shoot, and we'll move up from there. I'm gonna go shoot some arrows now and see how they shoot. Okay. Alright everybody, I'm out here at the range. We're going to go ahead and be shooting these new arrows I got today we talked about earlier. These are the 500 spine carbon arrows I bought off an eBay seller for $17 a dozen. I mean $17 for 6, sorry. These are 500 carbon with 5-inch shield cut feathers with cresting and 100 grain points on them. I'm going to be shooting these arrows. I'm going to be using the Black Hunter longbow at 40 pounds. At my draw length, this bow is pulling just under 43 pounds. The only thing I've done to this bow is I've added a Flemish twist fast flight string to it, okay? It's got a couple of beaver silencers. We're going to shoot a few arrows through this and see what the velocity of these are. Then I'm going to go around the range, check these arrows out, see how they shoot, see how accurate they are, see how durable they are, how they hold up. I'm going to shoot them with some blunts into hard objects and see if they don't explode on me. So we're going to do a little shoot today and see if these arrows for $17 for 6 or $34 for a dozen are worth the money or not. Alright, let's get started. Okay, I'm about 10 foot in front of this chronograph. We're about 5 yards from the target. Let's put some more downrange, get some more readings here. First arrow. .175. 173. 1 And 171. Okay. Okay, not so bad. 175 feet per second on average. These are 520 grain shafts. They run between 519 and 531. That's the range between all 12 arrows. So the average about 525. I've already had our first little ding on this arrow, as you can see here. I hit it with one of my other arrows. It seems to be fine though. There's no cracks or flexing in it, so it's still good to shoot. So it held up to another arrow smacking next to it, so that's pretty decent. Okay, let's go and shoot some of these 3D targets and some bag targets, and we'll head over and check out how strong they are. Okay, I'm going to back up about 20 yards. We're going to shoot at this target here, shoot a few arrows, and all my shooting going forward will be at 20 yards, so we're going to shoot a couple 3D targets also. Let's see how accurate these arrows are and see how they fly out of this Black Hunter bow. Okay, those first three weren't so good. Not sure what happened there, but hey, we smacked into the backstop with it. Didn't bend or break. Now let's try it again. That was some pretty bad shooting. Go back 20 yards, try that again. Alright, that's a little better. These are heavier than I'm used to shooting. Usually I'm shooting about 450 grain arrows out of this bow. These are 520, so they're hitting a little bit lower. Let me go ahead and correct my point A and see if we get some better shots. Alright, try one more time. Well, I tell you, I need to put either some plumber's tape on these tips or maybe some beeswax on there for your string wax. They keep coming loose. That's why I like wood arrows. You glue them on, they don't come loose. Oh well. That's not too bad. It's about a 3-inch group, about my average group at 20 yards. It's about 3 inches low. I think because these are much heavier weight arrows than I'm used to shooting. Let's go ahead and move over to the darn it. Now, one thing I don't like about these arrows, like I said, I do not like these tips. They keep coming on loose. So you don't have that problem with wood arrows. They're glued on, they don't come loose. Alright, let's move over and start shooting some of these 3D targets, see how that works in 3D targets. Okay, I'll put some shots in this 3D hog. I'll aim for this spot here, see if we can hit this thing. I'm going to be about 20 yards, see what we can do. Try that again. Not too bad. I had one that jumped out a few inches, but otherwise, let's do one more round and see what we can do. Boy, these points, I got to do something about tightening these points so they all come loose. All right, let's head out 20 yards, do one more round. This target, move to the next one. Not too bad. I like this target. Okay, let's head over to the deer target, see what we do over there. Okay, I'm going to head over, shoot 20 yards on this target, see what we do. One thing I'm noticing about these arrows is they are kind of loud flying down range. They're actually making a whistling sound. I'm not sure that's because the points are coming unloose on them or what, but they are making some kind of whistling sound, which I'm not used to hearing. It's not very loud, but it's definitely there. You can definitely hear it. So the only thing I can think of is I'm used to shooting wood arrows. I normally don't shoot carbons. Maybe these points are coming loose in flight and making a whistling sound. That's all I can mean. I don't like that whistling sound on them. I mean, I think I'm going to do with these points, I'm going to take them out. If I do keep shooting these arrows, I'll put some plumber's thread tape on there, the white thread tape, a couple of wraps of screw in there, or maybe put some beeswax to help hold them in place. Or maybe I might just take a drop of glue, put a drop of glue in there to keep people from coming undone. But that's all far. So far they're flying good. I'm finally getting used to where my targeting with these arrows are. These are much heavier than normally shoot. Like normally I shoot out of this bow. It is a 42-pound bow at my draw, it's 29 inches. Normally I shoot about 450 grains out of this bow. But these are 520 plus, so they're quite a bit heavier. So it's probably I need to get my targeting back in square with them. So let's shoot some here and see how it does. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Still not used to shooting these things yet. Let's try that again. I'm aiming for here. I just cannot seem to get my sighting with these arrows. try it one more time. All right, that's better. I've now got my left and right corrected. These things shoot more to the right than my wood arrows do. I don't know why, but they do. Maybe it's the spine on them. But I was actually holding over here, and they're hitting over here. So, but looks like up and down I got pretty well. I got 2 touching and 1 about 3 inches below, so it's not too bad at 20 yards. Now we're gonna have some fun. We're going to head to my other target, and I'm going to put some blunts on these arrows. We're going to shoot some cans and some balls, all kind of fun stuff. Let's head on down there and do that now. Okay. Okay, this should prove fun. If you ever wonder what you can do with your old arrows and stuff, just stick them in the ground. They make great target holders. There, stick them in the ground. They make great target holders. These are all busted up arrows I've shot. They're no good. They make good target holders for this kind of shooting. Now what we're going to be doing, we're going to use these blunts here. These are 125 grain blunts. And I'm going to try to hit this can and this ball at 20 yards with these and see how they work. Okay, so wish me luck. These are a little bit heavier than 100 grain field points, so my sight's going to be off just a little bit, but let's see if we can get a couple hits on them. Okay, in case you guys are wondering, this is a clam chowder can, and this is a wiffle ball, okay? So let's see if we can hit these two with our bow. Well, I nicked the can on this one. Hit the can on this one. Pretty nice. Shaft's in good shape, no breaks in, no scratches. Hit the ball on this one. Oh, this is a wiffle ball, by the way. All right, let's try that one more time. Let's see if I can do that again. Step off 20 yards and give her a go. Well, I'm definitely scared at that time. I got all the way around, we didn't get a hit. Remember, I'm shooting blunts off these. Let's try it one more time. go. Okay, I redeemed myself on that one. Even shot the top of my stick off. Okay. Alrighty. Not too shabby. Alright. Just do one more last shot. I'll shoot the can next. If I get the can, I'll shoot the rest on the ball, okay? Alright. 20 yards. Alright, well, got that one pretty good. Okay. I got her. Okay. Well, what do I think about these arrows? Well, they work on cans pretty well. I mean, for the money, you really can't go wrong with these. I mean, they shoot really well. I mean, they shoot where I'm aiming at. No cracks, no scratches in them. Quality's pretty decent on them, and you really can't beat the cost. I mean, really, for $34 for a dozen. I mean, it's carbon arrows, traditions, really hard to beat that, especially if you want something for practice or for stump shooting or just anything for that matter. I mean, it's $34. I mean. I think that they're a good value. I said I'll try to link the eBay link where I bought them from into the description box if I can. I'm not sure I'll be able to do that with YouTube, but I'll try anyway. If it is, it'll be linked there in the description box. Also, I want to thank you guys for helping me build this channel. I'm close to 1,000 subscribers now, which to me that's pretty wild. I want to thank everybody for all your support and for taking your time out and actually watching my videos. I love to hear your comments, so keep those comments coming. Also, I'm thinking about doing, I've got 40 acres out here, I'm thinking about doing stump shooting video, but I'm not sure there's much interest in that. If there is, leave some comments down below. You'd like to see a stump shooting video, and we'll walk around through these woods of mine and do some stump shooting. I enjoy stump shooting, especially with blunts like this or with judo points, because then you don't really know what your distance is. You gotta be able to know how to judge distance and judge your holdover and your gap and everything. And it's just fun to walk around, shoot pine cones, old stumps, clumps of grass, weeds, whatever, you know. See if you can hit them. I think it might make a pretty good video. So if you want to see that, leave that down below. Comment, say, yeah, Todd, make that video, and I'll do that. Also, If you like what you see in this video, please click that like button, and also please subscribe if you haven't. If you click that bell next to that subscription, I can notify you when my new videos come out, all right? And again, I want to thank you guys for your support. I'm really humbled. I appreciate everything you do. I appreciate you watching my videos. I appreciate your comments, and I just want to thank you. All right, until next time, ciao.